don't forget to trim those aphis vines. They've got a mind of their own, I'm telling you. We don't want those pesky things crawling all over the fruits and vegetables. Why? Is that even a question? For one, I don't know how things go where you are from, but we would much rather eat our crops without the vines. And two, they're for the spring banquet. I thought I told you this already. Unless you've been completely tuning me out. Like you always do. But even then, crook. It's one of our biggest events of the year. And the food, the food. Don't even get me started. I can practically taste the sweet bosu peach tarts and the a la carte pies. Oh, to die for. Oh, well, you should care. Want to know why? Well, I'll tell you anyways. The chief of the village told me that he is considering inviting you and allowing you to attend the festivities with the rest of us. You know, this might be the first time you're leaving my property's perimeter. Being able to walk as far as you want, whenever you want. Not seeing the same walls and fence around you. Sure, you're still going to stay in the village, but it's better than nothing. Right? And if I were you, I wouldn't be so greedy with the sweet taste of freedom placed in front of me. Oh, that got your attention. Apparently, the chief has really enjoyed the behavior that you've been showing lately, and has commended me for straightening up your act. As he should. Spirits. You've been nothing but a handful since we met. But I suppose you haven't been quite unbearable. Our time together hasn't actually been too horrible. In fact, I would dare say it's been quite fun. Fun? Yes. The pollen, am I right? By the way, with spring around the corner, the two of us must be on our toes at all times. Though your behavior has been improving, I can't quite say the same for your work ethic. I really would have thought the routine would have stuck by now. I do really have to remind you every morning. It's been almost 2 months. You are supposed to wake before the sun reaches the horizon line, tend to the garden, do a brush bit of cleaning, and meet me at the centre of the house. And that is before the tree of righteousness shakes the ground. But here I am, with you, at square one. Why does the tree do that? Every day the tree shakes the ground. It signifies another day of prosperity and good fortune for the village. The tree of righteousness has shaken the ground every morning for the past 34 years, and since then life has been nothing but a taste of heaven above. Come to think of it, the tree still shook the day you robbed us of our goods. I suppose it didn't see you as too much of a bad person. Aren't you lucky? Croak. You're lucky, because if there is a day that comes where the tree does not shake, the villagers find the cause and ensure it does not happen again. And hey, I know it sounds bad. Very, very bad. But if you haven't done anything terribly wrong that goes against our village, you know, stands for, then you're fine. Besides, it only affects those who live here. Yes, yes. Only those who live here. Now, you needn't busy that pretty little head of yours with thoughts of the law. Besides, you weren't exactly doing that before anyway. Come along now. I'm going to make breakfast, and you need to decide what we're going to spread on bread. I'm sure I had half a jar of marmalade somewhere. And maybe a touch of butter. What's taking you so long? Oh. That's quite the amount of flower petals you have there. Well, flowers are blooming, I suppose. Those just flew in from somewhere. Anyway, enough of that. Hurry up before I eat without you. See, aren't you glad you didn't linger too long back there? How's the food? I made sure to toast the bread just how you like it, and I managed to grab you a few grapes as well. Seedless, of course. That's wonderful. You should know, it's a pain sneaking in all this food to you. The chef specifically stated that you were to be fed soup and these loaves of bread. But if you ask me, they're a touch too on the stale side. I mean, look at them. You could concuss someone with that. What the chef fails to understand is anyone who lives under my roof is treated as well as I am. We are all equals here, no matter who someone is or what they have done. That, and I've taken a liking to you, Crook. You're not as bad as everyone around here believes you are. You've got this charm and charisma to you. Well, I suppose all thieves try and earn themselves that trait. It's just that there's a certain fire to you. It's electrifying. Like I'm experiencing something new through just being around you. And and I haven't seen anything like it. The elves of this village are such prunes. But if anyone asks, I never said that. From what I've gathered, when one thinks of wood elves, they think of these serene beings, these peaceful individuals. Those you'd sit down with and chat over tea. It's no secret, though, that my people are quite brutal at times. Brutal in their way of life, their morals, everything. Especially when you're the son of such strict and praised elders. You're expected to be as strict as they are. It feels like I can't breathe sometimes. You know, I've been having that feeling more often lately, though. With all that being said, you're quite the breath of fresh air. The way you carry yourself, how carefree you are. If we were in a completely different situation to the one we are in now, if you said jump, I'd say how high. What's that look for, Crook? I'm only telling the truth. The things I'd do and try if I wasn't the person I am. And who knows? maybe you'd be right at my side. You could show me the ways of the world out there. I could only imagine the stories you have to tell. The things you've seen. Have I ever tried to get out? When I was younger, perhaps, yes. At the time, I didn't realize the good in the life I'd had. You know how it is. Being so naive. And yet curious. Expecting only good from others. No one is born with ill intent. It's the weight of the world that does those things. I remember, when I was younger, I would race around the trees and hop over fallen logs, and the entire forest felt like my obstacle course. I'd explore as much as the village would allow me. And at the time, I thought I'd discovered the world. Like it had all revolved around me and my findings. There was something so fascinating about the unknown. And I don't think that fascination ever went away. But as I grew older, the responsibilities started to pile up, and up, and up, until they were stacked all the way to the heavens. Just one push and everything comes tumbling down. But between you and I hope there's a time in my life where I can just go. I can leave the village behind and go into the distance, not bound by blood. After all, blood is the only thing keeping me here. The blood of my family, the blood of my ancestors. It's their ghosts and familial ties that guilt me into staying here. I understand that I'm my own Wait, you... No, there's no way I can just run away. And with you of all people. They're going to notice, they're going to track me down. They track me to the ends of the earth. However far that is. And I'm not allowing you to risk your life for me either. Crook, if they catch you... You don't care. You'd really take me with you. Out of this place. Out of here. I don't understand why you'd consider doing this. For me, of all people. I've been nothing but strict with you since you've arrived. I was the one who arrested you, for heaven's sake. Well, yes, I do want to see the world, but I was expecting that to happen millennia from now. I don't have anything packed or planned. Do you... Do you really think you could do it? Do you really think we could do it? The last thing I want is for you to get hurt from all of this. Spirits. This village really is bigger than you think it is. One could get lost in all of the twists and turns. One wrong move and... death. Well, of course I know my way around. I've lived in this village my whole life. I know it like the back of my hand. Okay. We'll talk more about this today. Let's get all of these plates out of your way. Let me clean up a little bit. No, you stay right there. I've got it. Don't you move a finger. And let me grab some water. Wait there just a moment. The world beyond the forest. What awaits over the horizon? Script by Akaash.